Hello and welcome to the weekly review, where we take a look at official shows and sources providing news and information about Star Citizen, and then condense that down into some easily digestible kind of news jam. In 10 for the Writers, episode 6, hosted by Will Weisbaum and Adam Weiser, we found out a load of stuff from the writers. In-game breaking news reports, in some cases, will have game elements to them that will affect you or you can respond to. So this could open missions if you're in the right area, points of interest, or just open new areas. The Empire report or some form of news will be continued in-game, and it will all be in character. Drugs and narcotics, they're still in development. Alcohol is an example of a light narcotic that they already have in-game. So if you want to manufacture these, there might be the possibility to do that. They're going to allow players to create legal drugs probably too, and medicines as well as illegal drugs. Reputation. Conversations and NPCs will treat you differently based on your reputation. This can also allow you to access different missions, but in the same way, some NPCs won't have any idea who you are, because why would they? They're going to react differently to you based on their past. So some sort of UEE advocate might recognise you as a pirate. Major player-driven events are hoping to be incorporated fully into the lore. So for example, if you kill the Dread Pirate Roberts, you gain that notoriety in lore. But more than that, if you took out a Vandal Kingship in-game with a group, then that would be forever referenced to history, or at least that's the plan. And there will be log entries and lore about individual pilots to discover and to find out in the universe too. Also for you to create or give to the Ark and that sort of stuff as well. All this history can be documented by players, but also by the Ark. You're going to have to find logs from players or from pilots or NPCs that have died in the past too. Actual science. So there's collaborations with actual scientists when they were making Star Citizen, and there still are. So they have used experts for like the star map and the how habitable certain worlds would be, and for some of their other systems in game. They are trying to strike a balance between common expectations, fun, and science. Underground racing exists in the lore, and players will be able to organise and set up or admin races themselves. I mean, you can do that. It's a slightly sandboxy, the world of Star Citizen. And as long as people can go, yes, you've gone past that point, and yes, you've won, that's all you need to do. Newspapers, books and blogs will be in-game for players to discover, read, and again give to the Ark if they want to have that known in the universe. New systems will have most of the lore written for them, so this is like if someone discovered a new system like Stanton or something. But players will have to choose whether to share their discoveries when they discover a new system with the UEE or other players or the Ark. So, I mean, players could keep a system hidden for a long period of time and use it as a base. The alien languages. They're still working out how players will interact and understand them. Moby glasses might be able to partially translate, for example. But the languages will be externally learnable. So you could learn it like a real language like French or English. So that's going to be learned by the actual user, you as a player, rather than your character. And they're real, basically, so they're going to reward players that actually try and learn those languages. Although, in-game, you might be able to pick up NPC translators, actually, like an NPC that you can literally hire out to translate, or maybe get better Moby glasses and stuff to translate as well, but you might not be able to get the full nuances or the full expression that they're trying to provide. You'll just get like the general gist of what they're saying to you. In episode 14 of Bug Smashers, hosted by Mark Abent, this episode they kind of just did optimizations and clean up to some code, specifically trace and skip list stuff. If you're interested in that, please check out Bug Smashers. In Around the Verse Season 2, Episode 6, presented by Ben Lesnick and Sandy Gardner, we saw that the grey box for the Reliant is being worked on. The salvage mechanic is also being worked on. They're fine-tuning the IFCS and EVA systems. The white boxing for the Nix marketplace or bazaar is being finished at the moment. They're white boxing Hurston as well. They talked about some more mocap work, and with Mark Hamill doing 78 to 79 facial features. He's a tier 1 face, so he gets a lot of work done with him. The German office is working on the engine and game optimization, making it really optimized for multiple system configurations. They talked about it being CPU bound or thread bound at the moment, which needs to be fixed so that multi-CPUs can be used more effectively, and that a single thread isn't being overly used. They had an interview with a QA staff member, and they talked in more detail exactly what QA do, as well as detail about profile and release builds. This week's MVP was Life on Lars. He had some really awesome retro kind of recruitment propaganda posters done. There's quite a few of them there, and they're pretty damn awesome. And in this week's sneak peek, we got to see a Retaliator launching an escape pod, and then later getting picked up by an Avenger. This was actually pretty damn cool, and I'm really looking forward to escape pods and rescuing people now in the verse. I think this is an awesome concept. In Reverse the Verse this week, a lot of information was given. Concierge VIP citizen cards are now available for $10. This includes shipping and the construction. There's been loads of progress on the Cutlass post, and we should see more progress on that in the next 2 weeks. The Crucible concept will be ready very soon. It is in fact the next ship that's going to come on concept sale, unless some sort of other miracle happens. Other than the Constellation and the Retaliator, we should have a couple of other hangar-ready ships for 2.0 too. The Constellation Andromeda will be the only constellation available in 2.0, and you're most likely to get the Andromeda as a loaner ship if you have a larger, more expensive ship already. The P-72 Archimedes concept has been completed. The next patch will be 2.0. There won't be a patch 1.3.1. The Merlin won't be able to dock with the Connie in 2.0 alpha. Chris has said it's more likely to be in the next patch after that, so 2.1 or 2.2 maybe. 10 for the Chairman is returning next week. They don't know when we're going to be able to get Alpha 2.0. They do know it's literally very, very soon, but as it's an iterative process, we don't know exactly when. More details on the Star Citizen HOTAS will be available on the anniversary livestream on the 19th of November. The livestream will be 3 hours in length. There will also be a CIG holiday livestream on the 16th of December. Anyway, guys, that's all we've got time for this week on the Weekly Review. I hope that was informative or helpful in some way. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see the news headlines, please check out our Star Citizen news on the Sunday, and I will see you in the verse.